Most people spend their entire lives chasing comfort. More money, more validation, more pleasure, more applause. They believe happiness is hiding somewhere outside of them, buried in the next purchase, the next promotion, the next moment someone finally tells them they are enough. But this endless hunger is not strength. It is a leash. The more you crave, the easier you are to control. This is the truth most people never realize. Every system around you quietly feeds your desires because desire creates dependency. Governments exploit it, corporations exploit it, even the people closest to you exploit it. They offer comfort, approval, and convenience, but in exchange, they slowly take something far more valuable, your independence.
There is a moment in every life when the illusion finally cracks. A moment when the story we told ourselves, the one about who we are, who we should be, and how the world is supposed to work, begins to crumble beneath the weight of reality. And when that moment arrives, most people panic. They run from it. They distract themselves. They numb themselves. They bury the pain beneath noise, entertainment, substances, validation, or endless movement. Anything. To avoid looking directly into the darkness that has just opened inside them. But there is something you must understand. That darkness did not arrive to destroy you. It arrived to reveal you. Because suffering, real suffering, is not merely an unfortunate accident of life. It is a doorway. A brutal one. A doorway that strips away the masks we spent years building. The identities we clung to. The roles we played.
11 stops.
The illusions we protected. Suffering tears them all apart. And when those illusions fall away, what remains? Silence, emptiness, confusion. You begin asking questions that once felt dangerous. Who am I? Really? What have I been running from? Why does this pain feel so familiar? And if you are brave enough to stay in that space long enough, you begin to notice something strange. The suffering you feared begins to change shape. It stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like a mirror. Because every shadow that appears in your life is not random. It is revealing something within you that has been hidden, rejected, or buried. Anger you never allowed yourself to feel. Fear you refused to face. Grief you tried to outrun. Desires you were taught to suppress. The shadow is not evil. The shadow is everything you were taught you were not allowed to be. And when we refuse to acknowledge it, it controls us from the dark. But when we confront it, something extraordinary happens. You begin reclaiming pieces of yourself you abandoned long ago. The strength inside your anger, the wisdom inside your grief, the clarity inside your fear, the power inside your vulnerability. You realize that what you thought was broken inside you was never broken at all. It was simply unseen, ignored, waiting. This is the great transformation most people never experience, because it requires something terrifying. Radical honesty. You must be willing to see yourself without excuses, without pretending, without hiding behind the identity you crafted for others to accept. You must face the parts of yourself that feel uncomfortable, inconvenient, even ugly. And you must stop running from them. Because the truth is this: the more you resist the shadow, the stronger it becomes. But the moment you turn toward it, the moment you say, "I see you," it begins to lose its grip. You begin to integrate the parts of yourself that once felt fragmented, and something powerful begins to emerge. Wholeness, not perfection. Wholeness.
Sawadee Krab, do you know where's row 8 bot? are you going?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Okay, Terminal 1. Can walk stay
Oh,
there.
okay. Thank you.
There's a feeling that millions of people carry every single day, but almost none of them can name it. It's not depression, it's not anxiety, it's not burnout, although it gets misdiagnosed as all three. It's the quiet, persistent sense that the life you're living isn't the life that was meant for you. Not because anything is technically wrong. You might have the career, the relationship, the apartment, the routine. On paper, it works. But somewhere beneath the surface, in a place you can't quite reach, something is missing, something essential, something that no promotion, no vacation, no new relationship has ever been able to fill. And here's what makes it worse. You can't explain it to anyone, because the moment you try, they look at you like you're ungrateful, like you should be happy with what you have. Like something is wrong with you for wanting more. Not more stuff, not more success, but more realness. More alignment between who you are on the outside and whoever is buried on the inside. Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists who ever lived, spent his entire career trying to understand that feeling. Not to cure it, not to medicate it away, but to follow it, because he believed that feeling, that unnamed ache, is not a malfunction. It's a signal that you are being called toward the most important psychological transformation a human being can undergo. He called it individuation, and what you're about to learn over the next hour will fundamentally change how you understand yourself, your relationships, your suffering, and your purpose. But I need to be honest with you before we begin. This is not a comfortable video. This is not 5 tips for a better mindset. What Jung mapped is a descent, a full confrontation with every part of yourself you've been trained to hide, deny, and suppress. And by the end of it, you'll understand why most people never complete this process. Not because they can't, because they won't. You're still here. So, let's find out which one you are. Before we dive in, I want to give you a clear picture of where we're going, because this isn't a random collection of ideas. This is a structured journey, and the order matters. Over the next 8 modules, we're going to walk through the entire process of Jungian individuation, step by step, layer by layer, from the surface of your psychology all the way down to its center. Here's the map. We'll start with the persona, the mask you built to survive the world, the version of you that everyone knows, the version that might not be you at all. Then we'll go beneath the mask and meet the shadow, every part of yourself that was exiled, rejected, and pushed into the dark. This is the module that will hit the hardest, and it's the one most people spend their entire lives avoiding. After that, we'll explore the anima and animus, the hidden inner figure that's been silently shaping every romantic relationship you've ever had. Then we reach the self, the center of the psyche, the thing you've been circling your whole life without knowing it. From there, we enter the night sea journey, what the process of individuation actually feels like when you're living through it. Not theory, not abstraction, the raw, disorienting, sometimes terrifying experience of psychological transformation. And finally, integration. What it looks like on the other side, how you live, how you love, and how you move through the world as a whole human being instead of a fragmented one. Each module builds on the one before it. If you skip ahead, you'll miss the foundation. So I'd encourage you to treat this like an actual course. Watch it in order, take your time, and if something hits you in a way you didn't expect, pause. Sit with it. That's not a sign to stop. That's a sign you've reached the layer that needs your attention. Timestamps are in the description if you need to come back to a specific section.